What do you think about when you hear that word? It's been around since time began, and we've used it to sustain life on this planet. It's a cornerstone of society. While we don't all light fires every day, the technologies that revolve around the concept of fire are some of those that we use without even thinking about them. Things like stoves, furnaces, motors, and lamps all revolve around the concept of fire. In high school, most of us have attended bonfires, but a lot of us don't realize the similarities between fire and our lives. Most of us do know, however, that to build a successful fire, you have to be prepared with your materials. That means preparing your wood, kindling, and matches or lighter. For years, we've prepared for high school, gaining the knowledge that we needed, the underlying concepts of mathematics, the English language, and even some non-core subjects that we seem to enjoy. When we finished middle school, while some of us might have been nervous or worried, we were all ready and prepared with our wood and kindling to ignite the fire that was high school. Some of us were very prepared. We had gotten enough materials to start a roaring, warm, and extremely bright fire. Our bright roaring qualities were clear for anyone to see. We picked up immense amounts of knowledge or kindling. We had all sorts of opportunities to gather these materials. Look at all the classes we were taking. If we wanted more than what we had, it seemed like most of our teachers were open to helping us find it. Those teachers wanted our fires to burn as brightly as they could. Sometimes, when our fire was about to go out, they would be the person who would fan the embers to keep the flame going until we were able to get on our feet again. Even the most prepared among us needed help at some point. So here we are now. Our high school fire is coming to an end, and we're all looking back, remembering the good times and the bad times, and reminiscing about how, through it all, we're here today. Our embers cooling down. All of a sudden, the flame disappears. The high school fire has been extinguished. It wasn't extinguished because it didn't have enough materials, but simply because its time was over. But don't fret, we're prepared to start a new fire. Today we have enough materials, we have all the tools, and before we even have time to strike a match, the wind blows and hits the one last burning ember of our high school fire. Over the past 13 years, we've been preparing for this day, the day when we venture out on our new endeavors, the day our fires are ignited again. For some of us, this fire is ignited for college, and others will venture on into the workforce. But one thing is for sure. It's getting hot in here because 236 of the biggest and brightest fires Mount Pleasant High School has ever seen just reignited right here, right now. They're bigger, larger, and hotter than any fire we ever had in high school. These are the fires that we have to keep ignited for the rest of our lives. The fires that we must take responsibility for, and the fires that we must add materials to so that they can continue to grow. I would like to encourage every one of you to keep your flames roaring, keep gathering materials, and acknowledge the fact that your flame might one day dim. In these situations, even the wisest among us must recognize that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but rather a necessary step on the path to success. And by the same token, offering help to others who might be choked by the ashes is just as important. These lives we've all created are mesmerizing and breathtaking, and as we leave tonight, we're prepared to set the world on fire. Congratulations, class of 2012, for making such an amazing and overwhelming blaze. I cannot thank you all enough.